Hey everyone, welcome back. I know a bunch of you out there are Olympus and OM System fans, and I bet some of you are itching to control your cameras remotely, right?
Definitely.
Maybe you're picturing like a bird feeder camera setting up your telephoto on a rifle stock for wildlife.
That's cool.
Yeah. Well, today we're going to do a deep dive into
Ah,
DIY and alternative remote control options. You'll know exactly what you can do by the end.
absolutely.
Okay, so first things first, this is going to be super relevant for a whole range of Olympus and OM system cameras. We're
Yeah.
talking OM1, OM5, EM1, Mark II, EM5, Mark III, basically a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, tons of models. And right off the bat, you've got some easy options. Like you can go for ready-made remotes, the Olympus RMCB2, the JJC MAJ2, or even the Canon RS60E3.
Yeah, those are great.
Those work really well.
Those will do the trick. But let's talk about the 2.5 millimeter jack that's on your camera. What's the deal with that?
Okay, so that 2.5 millimeter jack is a little bit more powerful than you might think. It's not just a simple, like, plug in and it takes a picture. You've got three functions.
Yeah.
So you've got like a half press for focusing, a full press for taking the picture, and then you've got either a second button on some of the remotes or like a lock function on other remotes,
Right.
which would be for like continuous shooting.
Okay, so one little jack gives you a whole lot of control over how you fire that camera.
Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned DIY setups earlier.
Mhm.
What's the advantage of that?
Okay, so the benefit of going the DIY route is you can set things up for very, very specific needs.
Gotcha.
So, like you mentioned, the bird feeder setup. So imagine you have a bird feeder and you've got a perch, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could create some kind of pressure plate that when the bird lands on that perch, it completes the circuit
Oh, very cool.
and triggers the camera to take a picture, or you could wire it to the rifle stock
Yeah.
for taking telephoto pictures.
So let's talk about, I'm really interested in this DIY side of things. Can we break down like how these wires work, how this connection scheme works?
So think of the 2.5 millimeter jack as kind of like a mini headphone jack, right? It has what we call three poles. So it's three connection points. You have your ground, your left, and your right.
Okay.
And depending on what you want to do, that's how you wire it. So for shutter control, you're going to want to take your ground, which is typically the black wire, and then you're going to connect that to the left channel, which would be the red wire.
Okay.
And that will give you shutter control. Now, if you want to add in focus control, you're going to take that same ground, the black wire, and you're going to connect it to the right channel, which is typically yellow.
Okay, so left channel for shutter, right channel for focus. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah. And you mentioned the jack plug itself needing to be a specific type, right?
Yes, that is very, very important. So you want to make sure that you get a 3-pole, 2.5 millimeter jack plug. Do not get a 2 or a 4-pole.
Okay.
It will not work.
Okay, so that's a great tip. Now, what if someone out there listening, they don't want to mess with all this DIY stuff. They just want to occasionally use remote control. What would you suggest? Okay, so in that case, OM System has an app that works fantastically.
Okay. Can you walk us through how to set that up?
Yeah. So first, download the OI.Share app. You can find that in your phone's app store.
Gotcha.
And then you're going to want to go on your camera to connect to smartphone, and you'll see a QR code pop up on your camera's screen. Then in the app, you're going to want to slide up on the camera icon and tap on Easy Setup, and then you'll be able to scan that QR code and it'll connect.
And then once you're connected, what can you do?
Oh, so much. You have live view control right on your phone.
Nice.
So you can see what the camera sees, you can adjust your settings,
Yeah.
and you can fire the camera remotely.
So basically, you have a virtual remote control in your pocket.
Pretty much, yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so we've gone over dedicated remotes, we've gone over DIY setups, and we've also gone over the app that's a lot of options.
It is.
So now that you've heard all this, what creative setups can you come up with using these remote control options? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.
See ya. Bye.